This is our first riding day at Tallangatta, and today we're heading from the caravan park, heading west towards Wodonga. But we're only going to get halfway there before we turn around and come back again. All in all, we'll do about 42 kilometres today. The weather is absolutely perfect now that the fog's gone for the morning. It's only going to be a maximum of 17 today, but out in the sun it feels warmer than that. Because this is a rail trail, there's no steep hills, just slight rises up and down. This trail would have been originally surveyed for steam engines, so it's even smoother than later railways would have been. We've arrived at our halfway point, and so we're going to have a snack here. Wendy's the carry camel, and we've got a couple of apples and some muesli bars. Just enough to keep us entertained until we get back to Tallangatta and hit the bakery. And this is our reward for the day. Yum! Not bad at all. Anyway, now it's back to the van to relax in the sun and watch the day go by. And we'll do it all again tomorrow and 2 days after that.
Day 2, and it's pretty chilly still as we head off this time from Ludlow's Reserve towards Wodonga. Only a couple of kilometres up the track and we're to our first station.
Right, now we're on our way.
These cool metal suitcases are an art installation that has been put here. They are in recognition of lots of migrants who came here to stay at the Bongilla Migrant Reception and Training Centre. We got to see a little bit of wildlife along the way as well. Nobody wanted to talk to us though. There were a few cool bridges that we came across as well, and very pretty rivers that were flowing underneath them. And just look at these reflections, will you? The noise you make going on this raised walkway is supposed to remind you of the trains that used to rattle across these Kiewa River floodplains. There are some lovely old gums here on the side of the Kiewa River. Before we know it, we're nearly into Wodonga. We stop and have a little snack before we turn around and then do everything back in reverse again. Of course, our reward at the end of the day is to go back to the Tallangatta bakery.
It's day 2 of our push bike riding adventure, and we're starting where we left off yesterday. We passed by a number of old railway stations. I thought today's scenery would be the same as yesterday, but no. We leave the lake fairly soon after we start and head inland. Another rail station. And some clever person has made steel travel cases. Very impressive. I love this river red gum lined track. We cross a couple of creeks. This one's Fin Creek, and it certainly looks like there'd be redfin living here. They've certainly gone to a lot of expense to make this rail trail. This goes on for a long way. We're at the Kiwa River, and again, lots of beautiful red gums and evidence of the old trestle bridge that crossed the river. More creeks to cross and billabongs. It's a very pleasant ride. We only did about 33 kilometres today, but that was enough for our old legs. So it's time to race back to the bakery before it closes. See you next time. Day 3, and today has started similar to every other day we've been here, in that there's thick fog first thing in the morning. It's cleared now and it's time to leave, and we're leaving from the caravan park and heading east towards Bullio. Do that, we ride back into town, and the rail trail is just behind the town. We end up doing about 38 kilometres today. It's absolutely frigid this morning and the headwind doesn't help. Hope it warms up soon. Today's ride isn't as interesting as the last 2 days. The track tends to just hug the road. Tallangatta was moved when the Hume weir was extended in the late 1950s. This is the old Tallangatta butter factory. There's some beautiful views of the lake and you can still see the fog hanging around. This is the top of the lake. From here on, we're just following a small stream that feeds into it. Bullio is where we turn round, and it's just as well because my old knees are starting to ache. Well, to be truthful, my old knees have been aching all day. So it's time for a bit of a sit down and a snack before we turn around and head back towards Tallangatta. Fortunately, Tallangatta Bakery is still open, so I'm saved. Now it's back to the van to relax for the rest of the afternoon. Turns out the resident magpies love corn chips. There's one white-backed one and one black-backed one, and they're excellent catches. Nothing left to do now than watch the sun go down. It's a hard life. Day 4, and we get to look at lots of trestle bridges. It's 10:15. We're starting off from where we left off yesterday, and the fog is just clearing. And we're heading east into the mountains. There are a number of these arty seats along the way. Today's ride is uphill all the way, and we're not sure whether we're going to make it to our planned destination or not. We'll just have to see. I wonder whether Uncle Jim worked on any of these bridges. I'm guessing he probably did. It might be uphill all the way, but it's very pretty. These bridges were designed to take up to 500 tonnes, so I can imagine there'd be a bit of maintenance involved. We're getting quite high up into the mountains now. This set of local wildlife wouldn't come any closer. They could smell McDonald's on our breath, I think. Wow, we made it. This is where we planned to stop. Success. Nearly 19 kilometres and uphill all the way. Today saw us climb about 400 metres in altitude. Feel after going uphill for 19 kilometres.
I don't want to go up any more hills.
Well, we've got our little snack. It's going to have to last us till we go. But it's downhill all the way from here. Strangely, the trip back wasn't nearly as difficult. More wildlife, and these were a bit more friendly. The bakery's closed already, so we'll have to just settle for chips. Day 5, and we're still heading east into the mountains. And today we're going from Kuitong to Shelley. The weather's perfect again today, and today's not quite so long. We're only doing 12 or 13 kilometres up to Shelley and then back again downhill almost all the way. No background music today so that you can hear the serenity. There are a number of wooden trestle bridges along this section as well. Very impressive.
Today's been much easier than yesterday.
Whenever there's an intersection with the road, you'll see an old push bike marking the way. Shelley's our final destination. We'll have a snack here and then head back home. For the last 5 days, we've done the full 80 kilometres from Wodonga up to Shelley and back again. And while our e-bikes might be a little bit on the cheap and nasty side, they've certainly done their job, and we couldn't have done it without an e-bike to help us. We're back before the bakery closes, so we get our last reward. The scenery has seen our spirits soar, and the track and the bicycle seats have done a similar job for our butts. And who knows what tomorrow might bring. We could break a hip and it'll all be over. So we may as well be out here doing it while we can. After 5 days riding in Tallangatta, we went down to Bright, which is only about 100 kilometres south. We're really on the tail end of the autumn leaves, but it's still quite pretty. We spent 2 days here, going for rides both days. And this is what we saw. On the first day we headed towards Harrietville. On the second day we rode towards Myrtleford. While Bright Township and surrounds are very pretty, and the clear flowing Ovens River is quite pleasant to ride beside, the riding at Tallangatta, we think, was much better overall, more varied and interesting. Anyway, no more talking. This is what we saw in those 2 days.